right away, you all might notice that this is complaining. So if we hover over it, we can see, what does it complain about, the compiler? The name browser does not exist in the current context. Of course it doesn't. This is a class that doesn't exist yet. But we're following the test-driven development pattern of coding the logic first and then applying the implementation. So I'm just doing whatever makes the most sense using the test-driven development model and then applying the implementation inside of that. So since we don't have the browser class existing, so let's create this class and using ReSharper. And I think Visual Studio can do the same thing for you. I do Alt-Enter. I think with Visual Studio it's Control-Dot. And now it will give you options. So I am going to create a static class called browser. And the reason all of these are static is because we need to pass around the Firefox driver for the entire run of the test. So it needs to be static. We should not be creating instances, because then you're going to have multiple browser instances existing, which can cause problems. So create a static class browser. Look right away, it comes down here, and then this is all right. And then this is now good. And now this complains that browser does not contain a definition for initialize. So I can hit Control period for you guys to show how Microsoft would deal with it. See that? I think that's Microsoft's fix, or maybe it's, sorry, I hit Control period, but this is ReSharper's fix. And now look, it will allow me to create a method, browser.initialize. You guys see how easy that is with test-driven development? I wrote the logic that I wanted, and then I just hit Control-Enter, and it created a browser template for me. And then I hit Control-Enter here, Alt-Enter, sorry, and then it created my method for me here. So sweet, right? And then all you have to do is just fill in the details. So the initialize method, this guy is going to use a static WebDriver to go to our page. So it's going to initialize the WebDriver and then go to the home page. So why don't I code that? To make it easier, so that the IDE helps me, why don't we create the static class for WebDriver? So I'm going to put that up here in our class. So right away, you guys saw ReSharper imported OpenQA Selenium for me because it knew that's what WebDriver comes from. And then I'm going to select this. And now we just need to set it to a new Chrome driver. Excellent. Right away, you guys see ReSharper also imported OpenQA Selenium for me. So now that I have this WebDriver, I can use its methods to, oops, silly me, put this in the wrong class. I'm wondering why it's not working. It should be in the browser class, right? The browser deals with the browser. Durr. Let's see what it offers here. Move refactoring. Looks okay to me. So I'm going to hit dot here and then do navigate. And then dot go to URL. And we're just going to go to the home page. And I'll show you guys how to set that up. So now our initialize method uses the driver that was created with this class and navigates to a URL. Excellent.